everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin. The last 30 seconds have been realer than real. Which is to say nothing of the time that came before it, which has also been super duper real. In order to dig into that realness and fully explore it, comes roast beef and titty expert Tegan Somerset.
I hate you so much, Brian.
That sounded really lewd.
I hate you so much. Suing you from slander. You will hear from my lawyer.
You're suing me from slander? Is slander some kind of fucking town in Ohio? Hey, Rocky, is slander like west of Cleveland or something? I don't even know.
It's actually the hottest new club outside of Akron.
Oh, it's like, come to slander. We've got everything. And somewhere in West Texas, Tegan, you thought I leveled both barrels at you.
Oh, no!
The man with the best day planner in the entire world, Rocky Hardy.
My secret is that I don't have a day planner. It's all natural, guys.
I don't know what any of that means.
See, Tegan, basically what I'm doing, and it's possible that I may have been too subtle, I was trying to be somewhere between, tapping Rocky's sack and also, being gentlemanly. What? Which is like...
What?
Well, he's going for a gentlemanly sack tapping, Tegan.
Right, right.
It's clear. It's entirely what's happening.
Is that gay?
No, what the
Is
heck?
it gay? Do we ship it now?
It's a little gay.
No, Tegan, this is not about shipping. This is about hitting a man in the nuts.
Is this a ship? Is that a ship? Is this the beginning of a gay romance?
Beginning? Are you kidding?
That people write Tumblr fanfiction about?
Oh no, Tegan, don't bring the fanfictioners here.
I look forward to it. Send me your submissions. But I don't read smut, so good luck.
You heard it here first, folks. Tegan does not read 95% of fanfiction.
That's true. That's a true story. Makes me uncomfortable. I don't know.
I get that.
You really want to skip the story about how Cobra Commander did it to Optimus Prime in the butt?
Yeah, I do. Definitely.
No, I remember 100%. I read a fanfiction, I think it was like the night before the crucifixion, where like Pontius Pilate seduces Jesus. Or it might have been the other way around. Jesus seduces Pontius Pilate.
What?
It was...
religious fanfiction?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
It would have been like a matchup between like religious and like historically accurate fanfiction.
Aren't all religion stories fanfiction because they're written so far after the fact?
Alright, look. Picture a scale, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And at the bottom of the scale is shit that I easily have the fortitude for.
Is the top of the scale shit that Tegan says first thing in the morning when we're recording the podcast?
No, the top of the scale is shit that makes me want to open a beer at 7 in the fucking morning. And I gotta tell you, calling all religious writing fan fiction is like, oh my god. It's like, the things that people say online? Like, here's things that atheists say. And you're like, man, not all atheists say that. And then
And then here's Tegan at 7 in the morning.
being like, is it all religious writing fan fiction? And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, that is the most hot fire, wild business, goddamn.
I already know I'm going to hell. It doesn't matter at this point.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
okay, so guys, we're a video game podcast. That is a thing that we are.
I thought that we were a co-branded sponsored podcast from Arby's.
Well,
dude, if Arby's would sponsor us, I would eat there.
I haven't seen the Arby's money yet, so ask me again when we have the check.
Well, I thought that it was Tegan's job to go there with the 10 beef and cheddars and see what happened.
I thought that was the reason that I got thrown in jail or something.
No. You got 20 hours community service, 10 beef and cheddars, which I still don't quite understand, and you're supposed to stand outside the offending Arby's with a sign say we got the meats for 30 minutes.
Oh, okay, I can do that. I get to wear sunblock though, right? Because I will burn otherwise.
Wait, Brian, did you get a text from Tegan last week, or was it Tegan's lawyer that you got the text from?
It was Malcolm J. Haskowitz, attorney at law.
Okay. All right, Mal. I was just concerned because Tegan doesn't remember her own sentencing. That doesn't sound great.
Well, I mean, look, Rocky, we can't keep Tegan from smoking drugs and going to court.
Tegan doesn't smoke drugs! Tegan can't breathe!
Tegan can't breathe.
The
That
only
is well
drugs
documented
that
on this
Tegan
show.
smokes is Asmonex, her fucking inhaler medication.
It's the dankest stuff, guys.
Hey, when you fucking freebase Asmonex, that is the realest shit.
It doesn't do shit!
Oh, God.
Asmonex is like the worst, or my asthma is just that shitty. I don't know, we'll find out in 3 more months. I don't know.
Tegan, we know what's going on. You've got your little vape rig.
Oh my god.
You got your little vape rig.
I hate this.
And in that vape rig is your fucking Asmonex. And
So
you've got a little
sad.
CBD oil in there. And
Oh
then
my
just
God.
all the angel dust. Just all
CBD
of
is
it.
illegal in Ohio.
You don't
Also,
give a
like-
shit.
The angel
is
dust, like,
angel
mixed
dust!
into, like, CBD oil probably would break her vape. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna die.
Well, it's like a tincture, like a solution, Rocky, or it's like,
Oh, God.
you know, let's just take the essence of the angel dust with a little fucking pineapple flavor, and then the CBD oil, and then the Asmonex, and we're gonna get in there.
Why are we assuming it's pineapple?
Well, Tegan, if that doesn't break your vape, like, I would really like to see your tech, but I think it might work better as a dab, if we're being honest.
If I'm doing any kind of tobacco-based product, any kind of nicotine thing, I'm doing a patch.
Oh, that's the secret strat, dude. Her tincture is a patch. It goes right on her shoulder, man.
So what she's got going on here, she's got this fucking vape, which has got the Asmonex and the CBD oil in it, and then she's rocking this patch with angel dust? Holy shit.
Tegan's hardcore, guys.
There's a reason I crash about 8:30 at night.
Oh my god.
That's why we record in the morning.
Oh, man.
We'll look forward to the future.
What a time to be alive.
Holy shit.
What happened?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Impossible Coin. We are a podcast.
We play video games.
We fucking try.
Brian has had some issues, apparently.
Now, Brian just burned out real early, like he played 6 games a week for almost a year.
Yeah, he did. That was nuts. Don't do
Yeah.
that, Brian.
Now he's chilling out a little bit. It's
So
cool.
Brian really wanted to play SNK Heroines this week.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
What happened to that?
All right.
Brian, where the fuck is your copy of SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy? I almost forgot the name of the game, even though it's right there on the show doc.
Okay. The short answer is I don't know.
Oh,
Here's
okay.
the long answer. I don't know. Fuck UPS. Okay, here we go. As everyone knows, my former employer tore out my heart on July 3rd and laid me off, and then proceeded to piss on my wounded carcass.
I think I know where the story is going. Oh no. Okay, continue.
And I generally would, when I was ordering video games, have them delivered to my work.
Because you don't want them stolen.
The special edition of this, which was something I was real hot for,
Still want that Fatal Cutie hat.
that was a good-ass box. That was a good special edition.
That was a good, yeah.
And so most of my outstanding orders for games, I was pretty easily able to switch delivery addresses for. Because when you lose your job, you do this whole thing where you're like, okay, I'm going to have to cancel a whole bunch of things. So I canceled a whole bunch of video game pre-orders at the time. And that was one I held on to because I was like, well, hopefully things will be unfucked by then. And I would like to have that. And this is a special edition. And I don't want to have to try and track it down later.
Right, and it's a badass special edition.
I think we talked about when they announced that game just how excited about I was. I was like, man, this looks really cool. This has like a lot of the things I talk about wanting from fighting games. This game was like prioritizing in design principles. And so got them to change the address. First, that was pulling some teeth. Because despite the fact that they had not shipped it yet at the time that I contacted them, I'm like, hey, need to update my delivery address for this. Can you do it? And they're like, I don't know. It took leaning on them for a week to get them to update the address.
A week? Jesus.
I'm serious. Fucking serious.
Were you just like, guys, the place I'm delivering it to, I no longer live or work at. Please. Don't just deliver it to the abyss.
Right. So, and eventually what it took with them was opening a second support ticket, while the first support ticket was open. And I was like, look, I will just fill your inbox with fucking support tickets. I will just keep on opening new support tickets. And they're like, okay, we give up. We'll update your delivery address.
Yay!
But that's what it took. Now, my wife is a subscriber to UPS's service. I think it's called like...
My UPS delivery, yeah.
Okay, so she's a member of that. And my UPS delivery has some like cool features to it. Like if there's a UPS delivery which is scheduled to your house for a day, it'll like let you know like there's a delivery coming today. Here's the estimated delivery time. Shit like that. Like, you know, like some hot features.
It'll let you update the time, it'll let you schedule a delivery, it'll let you do all kinds of stuff.
Also, for a nominal fee, they will let you, as a recipient, even before the first delivery attempt, update the delivery address. Yeah, so you can be like, oh, okay, like, I'd prefer to get this here. And then they say, okay, no problem, and then they reroute. So, we got the notification of it. And we decided to reroute it to Beth's work. And next day, she didn't get a package. And I said, Huh. That seems odd. So I went and I checked the tracking number. And this tracking number is showing delivery attempt, business closed, will try again tomorrow.
What?
I'm like, that seems...
incorrect.
I said, hey, hon, there's a receiving area at your job, right? Like, all businesses generally have a place where somebody receives packages. Because even if they're not the kind of place that sells stuff, they still need to get whatever supplies are needed for the doing of that business. Like, there is somebody authorized to receive things. And she's like, yeah, there's somebody authorized to receive things. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. Because it's a place that exists. So I called UPS and I said, this tracking number, why does this tracking number show as delivery attempt? And they're like, well, we attempted to deliver it to the address. And I'm like, just for shits and giggles, can you please tell me what address you attempted to deliver it to? The goon from UPS then proceeds to read me an address that I have never heard of at all.
Oh, Jesus.
And I said to them, what the fuck is this?
You're like, that's not the address I updated this to.
And the goon was like, yes, we are aware. That is not the address that you updated this to. And I'm like, so why did they attempt to deliver to that address if that is not the address that I put in? The goon says UPS has automatically reconciled and updated the address with more accurate information. Like, that address, I'm like, I don't know what that fucking address is, but like, I've never lived at that address. I've never worked at that address. It doesn't even remotely look like the address that I typed in. This address and the address that I typed in are completely unrelated things. You're reconciling to more accurate information has had you attempt to deliver this to someplace that I don't even fucking know. They're like, okay. I'm like, attempt to deliver it to the address that we input. Okay, we'll attempt tomorrow. So tomorrow, which was Wednesday, comes. Day goes by.
No package.
Nobody drops off anything at Beth's work. Check the tracking number that night. UPS has delivered the package and left it at the address that I called them about the day before. They just left it.
Did you drive to the address?
No. The thing is that the location is a commercial address. So they walked into this commercial address, handed someone a package, and then walked out.
Okay.
Even better, the driver took it upon themselves to note that it had been received by me. If you look at the tracking number...
Yeah, I saw that. It says received by Cartwright.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So at this point, Beth calls UPS and says, what happened here? We gave you a delivery address. Also, why does this say received by Cartwright? And UPS is like, oh, there's a couple different things at work here. We could see that as far as like the left, when a package is put directly into a customer's hands, they're supposed to say like left with customer man or left with receptionist or left at front desk. Like they have various codes for left it with a human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the driver used other released, meaning that like they use the code for authorized to leave to not a person.
No, but it wasn't.
Right. So they used other released, but then also noted signature. So those two things can't happen at the same time. You can't be like, yeah, I left it because I was authorized to leave it. And it was signed for. So they know that the signature noted on the package doesn't exist. They also could see that the address it was delivered to never existed. You know, like that we had never requested delivery to that address. And that we had called back in to say that this is wrong and that they delivered it there anyway.
The fucking UPS guy stole your SNK heroines.
But how could he know?
They fucking stole it. There's no goddamn way at this point that they did not steal it.
The person from UPS said, well, what we can do, and we no guarantees, sir, we can attempt to go to the address tomorrow and attempt to retrieve the package.
Wow, you know what, Brian? I think this might go all the way to the top, dude. I think we might have uncovered a huge conspiracy here.
No, I think the delivery dude just stole your package.
So there has been no updates to the tracking since then. There has been no successful contact with UPS since then. It kind of just feels like I'm out $120.
Oh my god.
Because if I, reach out to NIS America and say, like, I want a refund because I didn't get my thing, then what NIS America is going to do is they're going to pull the fucking tracking. And what is the tracking going to show them?
That you signed for it, even though you didn't.
Right. And if a UPS claim is filed, like an insurance claim, then the money goes to NIS.
Not to you.
Right. Because they're the shipper. Either way, I'm fucked, because if an insurance claim happens, they get the money and I don't. And they're not going to issue a refund because the tracking shows delivered and signed for. And UPS is the best that they have to offer is, you got me, boss. Shrug. Yeah, we can see that we delivered this to the wrong address. Yeah, we can see that we, incorrectly forged documentation for a signature. But the best we can do is see if we can go to the address and if somebody will give us the package back.
That's such bullshit. They have to do better than that. That's such bullshit.
So that's where my copy of SNK Heroines is. It's not that I didn't want to play video games this week. It's that happened. But you know what? Into all life, a little rain must fall. It's a good thing I had such a positive experience with my fucking tow truck driver.
Oh no. What happened? Why did you need a tow truck?
Okay, so...
Did your car break, or did your car, tire pop, or what?
The parking for my new job is a mile away from my job.
Because that makes sense.
Because I work in the downtown area of a major American city where parking is a hot commodity. And despite the fact that my company has a large parking garage, there is not enough room in that parking garage to accommodate all the people who work in the building. So what they have is an overflow parking garage a mile away, and then people can ride a fucking little stupid shuttle that last mile. But it's an open parking garage. Your average dickbag can go park in that garage. Well, apparently your average dickbag did park in that garage because someone stabbed my right rear tire.
Stabbed it?
Yes. Took a knife to the tire.
But why?
Stabbed your tire.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you why. I do not have insight into their lifestyle. I don't know why they made this choice. I didn't initially notice the stab. When I got to my car, it just looked like my tire was a little bit low because of where they did the stabbing.
You drove away.
About 2.5 miles. And I was like, I'm like, it seems like I got a hard flat. So I pulled over, and at which point I was like, shit. I'm like, it is, at this point.
Very flat. Not just a little bit flat, very much flat.
Right. It's also 4:00. And I know how shit is. I'm like, oh man, like, if I'm going to get a new tire, I need to get this to my shop as quickly as humanly possible.
You mean if you're going to get a new tire, like, today?
Exactly, right. Because if I don't get a new tire today, then what am I going to fucking do? Like, Uber to work tomorrow? Like, that incredibly expensive possibility? Like, it is important that I get a new tire today.
Right.
So I pull out my Google, and I may or may not have called About Time Towing LLC in fucking Phoenix, Arizona, who, when I called them, said, absolutely, we guarantee service in 30 minutes or less.
Okay.
And I said to them, also want to make sure, because I know that this is a legitimate question with tow truck companies, do you guys accept credit or debit? Absolutely, we accept debit.
Great. That sounds great.
So I get back in my car, turn the engine over so that way I can run the AC while I wait, because, you know, it's fucking Phoenix. And I proceed to hang out. I'm like, all right, it's going to be a minute. A half hour passes. My phone rings. It's some dude. And he says, hey, do you still need a tow?
Yes. Yes, I do, you fuck. Okay. What happens?
So
Brian is just a broken man at this point. Oh my god. Poor Brian.
he's like, okay. I'll be there in 15 minutes. You know what? Fine. You're going to be here in 15 minutes? Fine. So then 45 minutes later.
Oh my god. Like 45 minutes total later or 45 minutes from the phone call later?
45 minutes from the phone call later.
Oh.
That sounds like service in an hour and 15 minutes. Unless he doesn't get there. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Go ahead.
A tow truck shows up.
Okay. Yeah. Hour and 15 minutes.
Yep.
It's not 30 minutes. It's outside the guarantee. It's false advertisement.
And
Probably talk about that.
He then says to me, hey, do you want me to hook this up fast or good?
Bruh.
Oh no.
I would prefer both.
Oh
if you have the time, man.
Oh no. What the fuck does that mean?
I know what that means. I know those guys. Like, Jesus.
So, you know what I'm talking about, Rocky.
Yeah, I do.
I don't. What does that mean? What do you mean fast or good?
There's a really easy way to hook up a tow truck. If you hook it, like, on the suspension, like, you can get a really quick hook, but you could potentially, like, damage the underside of your car, maybe even pull out your radiator.
Oh my fuck, no.
And if you don't pull out the radiator, then you're going to do at least moderate damage to the paint on the undercarriage at the front end.
Right.
As someone with a 4-wheel drive vehicle, I need a bed truck. My car can't be dragged by just 2 wheels. It'll fuck up everything. So this is not a problem I have. It goes, okay, I need a bed truck because I have a 4-wheel drive car. And they go, okay, and they send me a bed.
Don't worry, Tegan.
It gets worse?
The whole question of fast or good can happen with a bed truck.
Jesus God, I want my car secure on the bed of the truck, please. Take your time.
And in fact, this was a bed truck.
Okay.
So I responded to him, well, what I want is for you to not fuck up my car. And so he then hooks up.
Oh, Jesus, I'm so scared.
Let him get there, Tegan.
I'm too scared.
He hooks it up sloppy style.
Oh, God.
Throws the switch, yank, scrape. Manages to take some paint off the undercarriage of the front of my fucking car. Looks at me and goes, oops.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, Lord, let me find this reservoir of strength.
The Lord is testing me. The Lord is testing me.
Right.
Oh God.
So I should point out at this point that the tow truck itself is, for reasons I don't understand and cannot explain, jacked up.
What?
I don't even know how or why you would do this, but this tow truck has been jacked up, which means that even if he had hooked the thing up correctly, he would likely have done damage to the paint on the front end, because this tow truck is jacked up. And I look at the cab and I'm like, I don't even fucking know how I'm going to get into the cab, because the step down step for the cab is at about waist height for me. The step down step is at about like 3 feet and change up.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
What the hell?
And so I struggle to get into the cab because I am a fat, old, broken man.
Nah, dude, even then, like, you'd have to high knee to get into that step. Like, that's out of control.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And so once I get up onto the step to look into the cab, he's already gotten into the cab. I could see, before I sit down, that there's something
Your copy of SNK Heroines!
Oh, no.
No.
Damn it.
No, it's worse than that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Sitting on the passenger seat is...
A dog.
Tegan, this isn't Mad Libs.
Oh. I just get excited.
Is a grocery bag filled with dirty baby diapers.
What?
He's got like a Kroger bag full of dirty baby diapers sitting on the passenger seat.
But why?
I can't... This is a ride. What the fuck?
Why?
And all I can think is, why would you even need to carry those with you? Like, why weren't these just thrown away? Like, why do these need to continue to exist in your life? Which one he goes, oops, sorry. And he, like, takes the bag of dirty diapers and then throws them in the back of the cab. So, is it like, we're going to continue to ride with this shit bag?
Yeah, literal shitbag.
And I'm like, oh my god. I fucking can't. I fucking can't. And so I'm now sat down in the cab. Of course, the cab reeks. Obvious reasons. We proceed to start driving. And while we're driving, he turns to me and proceeds to make what he thinks is small talk. And he leads with this. Hey man, I lost 80 pounds by just stopping eating pizza and drinking soda.
Oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? He thinks it's polite to start small talk by talking about losing weight?
At
what
which point,
the fuck?
he hits me with, and you can too, man. You can lose that weight
Oh.
if you just eat better.
Oh my god.
It's actually kind of incredible, honestly.
What the fuck? What the shit? Please tell me you punched him. What the fuck is this? What fucking universe are you living in, Brian? This is ridiculous. That's not a real human. There's no way. What happened? I can't. I know, Roman. I can't. What fucking normal human goes?
See, I need you to stop right there, Tegan. This is clearly not a normal human. He drives a bad tow truck. He clearly has a bag of shit-covered baby diapers in his, like, workplace. I don't know what kind of normal human would do that.
Like, hello, fellow human. I notice that there is something that is possibly beyond your control, and I'm going to fucking comment on it like I know what's up. Oh my god. Please, what did you say? Did you just punch him?
Well,
what is going on?
At this point, Tegan, so this is Wednesday. So my will to carry on has already been pretty well eviscerated by this point. So I just say, okay, that's it.
Oh my god.
And
oh my god.
And I keep on, like, calling my repair shop being like, hey, here's what's going on. here's my updated arrival time. You guys gonna still be able to take care of me with this tire thing. And to their credit, like fucking, big ups, shout outs to Angel at the fucking Firestone. Those guys got me taken care of. So the story after the story is that once this nightmare was over, those guys got me taken care of. Those guys stayed late to get me taken care of.
Aww.
Boys.
Fucking positive review for the Firestone tire place that took care of Brian.
Yeah.
Negative review for this god-awful tow truck and UPS.
So, I'm sitting in the cab, and this guy is going on and on about how he just used to eat the pizza and the soda, and he's like, and then he says to me, he's like, you probably don't even realize some of the stuff you're eating.
You wanna fucking shut up because Brian eats well and Tegan eats like garbage and Tegan's like 110 pounds? You just shut the goddamn fuck up. Oh my god. I would punch him for you, and I don't punch people in public.
Well, this raises all kinds of questions about Tegan's private punches, but anyway, he then proceeds to pull into this, gas station. He pulls into a QT, and I said, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, when I picked you up, I was almost out of gas. He's like, I'm running on fumes. I need to gas up.
Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, Tegan, it gets better.
Oh no! How could this possibly get better?
We can always get better, Tegan.
What were the questions I asked when I called the tow truck place, Tegan?
Do you take credit? Oh no, he doesn't take credit or debit!
And he's like, and you can use the ATM inside to get cash. And I said to him, like, you said you took credit or debit over the phone. He's like, cash only. So I managed to get out of this jacked up tow truck. I go inside, soak an ATM fee to get money to pay this goon. Have to scramble back into the cab. This time when I get into the cab, he hits me with, see, there you go. It was easier for you this time.
Brian, I don't know what world you live in, but what the fuck?
So the last thing that's worth noting here before we get to our final destination is my insurance company, State Farm, will reimburse me for the cost of a tow truck up to $100. So State Farm will get me back if I need a tow as part of the cost of my insurance. Most good insurance plans will. Mine does. If I actually reach out to State Farm, it is conceivable they can get me a tow. The reason I didn't go through State Farm at the time for a tow was I didn't know if their company could, in theory, hook me up with a tow in the time I needed to get to the Firestone. So I figured I'll find one myself and just get State Farm to reimburse me since I need to get to the Firestone as quickly as possible. For all I know,
this guy overcharges you for the tow.
The total cost of the tow is $85. So it's still within the 100.
Okay.
But what else could he do that prevents me from getting reimbursed by State Farm?
He doesn't give you a receipt.
Refuses to give me a receipt.
Oh, fuck no! Oh my god. Are you shitting me?
So when I give him money, I'm going to need a receipt from my insurance company so that way they reimburse me. And he's like, no receipts. No receipts. Cash only. No receipts. Makes it better for me. No receipts.
Part only what?
So refuses to give me the receipt.
No. That's not how that fucking goes.
This is also true.
So.
Isn't that illegal? I feel like that's illegal. I feel like if you ask for a receipt, you have to get one.
Tegan, I don't know what to tell you except that, probably one of the few remaining Wild West ass fucking industries out there is tow truck driving. Basically, all you need is a fucking telephone number, and for some people to have awareness of it.
I I'm never fucking going to Arizona. This is ridiculous.
Oh, Tegan, this is not about Arizona. This is about tow truck drivers.
What kind of a hellscape do you live in, though, Brian? That UPS doesn't just lose your mail, but fucking falsely delivers it to a different address, knows it, won't do shit about it, and you end up with the weirdest tow truck driver in the world, and it's Wednesday, my dudes. Like, Jesus fuck! What the hell? Is there more?
I mean, at this point, the rest of it is, and the evening ultimately resolves itself, and I get home at about 9:30, and good thing I need to get up at 4:30 in the morning for my job. So, yeah, that and that. Those have been kind of like key points, for me this week.
What the hell?
On the upshot, though, I guess I did get a copy of Shadow of the Tomb Raider yesterday, so I'm planning on cracking into that maybe this weekend. I am a little fucking tired. It's been a week.
We only made it to Wednesday. Oh my god.
So what's going on with y'all?
I'm never moving to Arizona. You can no longer pay me enough money to move there.
Tegan, this is not in Arizona.
It's not about Arizona.
Impossible. I believe you. This is a trick. Not gonna be tricked.
Yeah, because that's what we're trying to do. Trying to trick you to go to Arizona, Tegan.
Yeah, so we could record at a reasonable time.
That's it, Tegan. I'm in league with the fucking tow truck driver. That's my plan. It's all
he's his new trainer, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, god damn it, dude. Oh, god. That's fucking bullshit, dude. I'm very sorry.
And there's like some various unsavorynesses with like my job that I won't go into here, and there was like some issues around the release of this week's episode, or I guess last week's episode. Shit got stacked, but like I think definitely the big winners were, my copy of SNK Heroines and my tow truck experience. Like, motherfuck. But come on, guys, what's going on? Hit me.
I don't want to hit you, Brian. You've been hit enough.
Tegan, you go first.
You need time to rest and recuperate. I'm watching Alex play games. I'm not playing any games myself because I am very tired. Last night we finished Rise of the Tomb Raider, officially, and we also started Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's very good. This is very good. Already, I'm keeping track of the number of locations that Alex and I would have died.
Wait, why did you say would have died?
Because I don't have the lung capacity and Alex is stupid.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
It's okay, he already knows. It's with the utmost love and respect that I say that, because he understands that, like, between the two of us, like, he's definitely the action hero, but he can't necessarily figure out the puzzles, and I'm the one going, you need to do that over there, and connect it to that over there, and then this will happen. And he's like, gotcha.
I'd watch that anime.
It's a team effort. We all know there's a hurricane, right?
Yes.
Florence.
Yeah, Florence. Shout out to everybody out there weathering Florence. Like, be safe. Listen to your Coast Guard and stuff. The Cajun Navy is kicking ass. All that. Yay! My cousin's in Virginia Beach, so he was like, yeah, we're gonna hunker down. And I'm like, that's a bad, okay, if you think you can do that, you do that. He's got like 5 kids, and I'm like, probably didn't want to pack them all in the car unless they absolutely had to. But anyway, so at the very beginning of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, spoiler not spoiler, you start an apocalypse.
You mind elaborating on that?
The first thing that happens is a tsunami. And
right.
let me tell you what, Laura's got some fucking lungs. I was like, wow! So the first thing that happens is a big old tsunami. You are caught up in the waves. Tsunami is bad. And Laura apparently has fucking iron lungs of steel because, like, man, she held her breath way longer than I could have ever hoped for. So, like, and then she's like, I'm not gonna super spoiler it because it is pretty actiony and it's a lot of fun. But I'm like, after, like, she, like, eventually, like, pulls herself out and everything, you know, and she has this emotional moment with Jonah. Anyway, I'm like, Alex, we would have died 4 times there. And he's like, yeah? And I'm like, yeah. Number one, you don't swim well enough to ever hope to get to where she got to be you would have gotten impaled on something long before you would have pulled yourself out of the water. And he's like, okay. And I was like, and I swim really well, but I can't hold my breath that long, and I don't have the upper body strength to pull myself out of the pool. So we would have been dead right there. It was just funny.
Alright, that's 2.
Yeah. Well, that's 2 just in that escape the tsunami part. You also go through an entire big old dungeon part before that we would have died in several places, because I would have walked straight into a trap going, I know that there's a trap here, and bam, gotten hit by it, so there's that. Alex, I also would have been crushed by a boulder at least once, because there's a part where you're, like, shimmying through a really small spot, and I'm like, man, I have smaller hips than Laura does, but, that, my ribcage is definitely larger, and I would have gotten fucking stuck! It would have been awful. And I would have panicked. But Alex probably would have been okay, because he's like, I got this. He's cool. And then, when we were trying to solve the puzzle, where, like, you're doing all the stuff, Alex jumped off the cliff twice. And I'm like, that's where you die. And that's where you die again. But we did find all the little, they're called death whistles, and they're like skulls with like headdresses on them, and they're suspended from the ceiling, and they're a collectible. You're supposed to shoot them all with your bow and arrow. And, we did shoot them all, but it was mostly because I was like, there's one up there. There's one up there. There's one over there. Because I was just seeing them, and Alex was like, where? So, like, this is how the puzzling works. And then we're doing something, and there's, like, a shiny thing, and I'm like, there's a pickup collectible down there. And he's like, down where? And then walked off the cliff. And I'm like, down there. At that slightly lower platform, see it shining, but you jumped off, and so now you fell into the abyss. Congratulations! It's a good time. I'm having fun. Also, we killed 2 leopards. Well, maybe 1 leopard. Maybe 2 leopards. Somebody got eaten. Don't travel with Lara Croft. Just don't do it. If your name isn't Jonah, don't do it. Cause you're gonna die in a plane crash, or you're gonna be eaten, or like, sacrificed. Just don't. Just nah. Stay home.
I don't know, the photos that people have been taking of Lara Croft look like she's having a good time.
She's, I wanna say no. She needs to see a therapist. Like,
yeah,
she's
of course.
got some,
I mean, who doesn't?
She's got some very heavy emotional damage, and like, she needs some help. Like, poor girl. Stay at home. Stop being a crazy human. Just calm down. Laura, take a break.
Yeah, why is Lara Croft so hard?
Because otherwise we wouldn't have a good video game.
Well, I mean, but like, what's going on in her life? Why can't she just like live off the interest or whatever? Isn't she a treasure hunter? Doesn't she flip any of these treasures?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Her dad's got just like this house full of treasures. It's a weird house. You do a weird flashback scene where like she's a little girl. It's like when her dad didn't commit suicide but committed suicide. You know what I'm talking about. You people who know the Lara Croft lore, you know what I'm talking about. He is shot, but they make it look like it's a suicide, but it's not a suicide. And she's out like
Lara Croft?
Yeah, exactly. And she's out fucking Indiana Jonesing all over her house. And I'm just like, if I ever found out my child was climbing on the glass roof of my observatory, I would fucking murder her myself. Like,
But you'd
oh
be
my
dead.
god. No, I wouldn't be
Right?
dead, because I would have caught her when she was climbing up. She'd probably be dead instead, because the bad guys would have killed her and then killed me. But,
Damn.
Who knows? Anyway. Jesus. A mess. That is a mess. Her life's a mess. She needs a therapist. A good therapist. She needs to calm down. I don't know why she's suddenly fluent in, Inca runes, either. I don't think anyone could truly be fluent, Translations get lost in time and stuff. Anyway, whatever. She's fluent because plot.
Gotta love that plot, Tegan.
We also, because we got the Croft edition, we have all the outfits, including the original Tomb Raider skin. God.
With, the pointy boobs?
Yeah, the super polygonal, seeing that against the rest of the world is jarring.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
You're just why? And you can play the whole game like that. And, her new outfit, her, actual modern nice outfit, is basically the same thing, but instead of wearing a spaghetti strap light blue tank top, she's wearing an actual light blue athletic shirt that somehow Jaguars can't bite through, but whatever.
Classic.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, this Jaguar, fucking eats her shoulder blade. And it's just there's no damage! There's no damage to the tank top.
That's a real missed opportunity. I really love battle damage. I think it's dope.
She does get varying amounts of mud, dirty.
Yeah.
She can, the more you trek through the mud, the dirtier she gets. And then if you walk in the water, it'll wash off, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, but I mean Samurai Jack type of shit,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Girl needs to retie her ponytail too, because she definitely missed a chunk. And I don't understand how that wouldn't just be absolutely obnoxious the entire time. Cause when I miss a chunk in my ponytail, I'm just oh my god, it drapes on your neck and it makes you jump all the time cause you feel like there are spiders. And as someone who's an actual fucking treasure hunter explorer dealing with all of the cobwebs, you would think she'd be yeah, I'm just gonna tie that back real quick. It's gonna take 2 seconds. Yeah, but it's fun.
I have a whole bunch of questions, but I'll shelve them, and I'm instead just going to play it.
What are some of the questions?
Well, I've heard some stuff about how Shadow of the Tomb Raider spends more time taking a critical look at the inherent colonialism of the Lara Croft character, and wanted to find out how that's translating, how that's represented, what your impressions are of that, because it's not often that we get video game series willing to examine the core of their central characters.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought it was kind of refreshing to hear that this Tomb Raider game kind of examines what Lara Croft does and ask questions about is it good to be a Tomb Raider? And is there a core level of exploitation to what Lara Croft does? It's good that this game wants to ask those questions. And I don't know if you've seen that kind of stuff yet.
We are only 2 hours in. Well,
okay.
3-ish hours in, maybe. The answer is sort of. We're starting to see it, but not quite as direct as how I think it'll show up later in the series. Or in the game, if that makes sense. There are definitely some things that she's done so far in that first chunk that are that start to really ask that question, but I feel like it'll be explored more as we go on. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So the question is poised, I suppose, in the first 2 hours.
Groovy. Is there anything else you'd like to bring to the table, Tegan?
Yeah, I played Spider-Man! Spider-Man's a fun game! I put it as Spider-Man on the show doc 3 times, and every time Brian was I'm writing out the name Spider-Man, and I'm I'm gonna say it as Spider-Man. Because of that animation for Batman and Spider-Man. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Know? Okay. Brian, do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, not even remotely.
Oh, okay. I'll link it to you when we're done. I'll put it on the Tumblr. It'll be a good time. Batman and Spider-Man. That's like early college time animation. It was a good time. Anyway, so Alex has been playing his game, and then he started another game because I was at the con when Spider-Man came out, and I was like, I want to see Spider-Man! And he was like, oh, okay. And then, like, it's so good. It's so good! The swinging is really fun. The combat's really fluid. Like, there's a couple of spots where it gets a little like, wait, but I was doing, okay, I guess I wasn't doing that. I must have input the buttons wrong. Like, you get that kind of a feeling. But, like, Spider-Man's a smart aleck. It's a great time. I love it. And we unlocked the special comic book suit. And it's cel-shaded. And it looks like, he looks like a comic book hero running around in this super realistic world. And his special power is fucking quips. It's great. Oh my god. So he'll make, like, spider puns, and if you do it close enough to an enemy, he'll, like, be stunned and be like, what? And then you can get extra hits in. I love it! So, like, and then Alex told me that the guys who made Sunset Overdrive are the guys who are doing this, and Sunset Overdrive is such a good game, and no one plays it, but it's really good, it's really funny, and it's, like, perfect for these guys. The Spider-Man game is so good. Mary Jane needs to chill out, though. Like, Jesus. Stop it. Girl, calm down. You're not Laura Croft. Stop sneaking into museums and shit. But also with her current design, like, when Mary Jane was introduced in a game, I looked at her and I was like, I have everything that she is currently wearing except for the orange scarf.
You can get an orange scarf.
I know, cause it's about to be fall. I can fucking cosplay Mary Jane with just stuff in my closet. I don't even need a wig. Oh, it's so good. Makes me giggle. I just need a camera and a scarf. And I'm done. Boom.
Wait, you don't have a camera?
Well, like, I have cameras, but, like, I don't have the same kind of camera that she does. Like,
okay,
my mom has that camera, so I could just borrow hers and be like, I'm Mary Jane. It's so good. I love it. It's so much fun! Brian, you should play this game. Also, Rocky, you should play this game. Rocky, you should...
I've heard a lot about it.
You should play it.
There's a lot of really great details. Like, I know, like, web slinging is still, like, the primary form of, like, transportation, but you can actually, like, ride the subway.
Yeah!
And, like, it's actually super chill, because, like, they're just, like, they'll have the loading screen and, like, other people are on the train, and Spider-Man's definitely there.
Yeah, he's just chilling in his suit, like, so.
Yeah, like, there's, like, one scene that I've already seen where there's, like, a man who's, like, reading the newspaper, and, like, the newspaper actually has a headline on it, and it's, like, Spider-Man, like, stops bank robbery, and Spider-Man's standing right next to him. So he just kind of looks up, and he sees Spider-Man in the Spider-Man costume. He's just like, huh. And he goes back to reading his newspaper.
Yep.
Like, it's super chill.
They're just like, whatever, Spider-Man. Like, you're here. Sweet. And you can, like, walk places, and people will come up and talk to you and, like, ask for selfies, and you can, like, give them finger guns.
That's so dope.
I love it! It's so funny. It's a good game. You guys should play it. Both of these games I think you should play for Game of the Year. Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man's gonna be a hard pass.
Aww! Brian! Spider-Man!
Really? A hard pass?
Yeah, it's a hard pass.
You don't like Spider-Man? You don't like my favorite superhero? My second favorite superhero? Well, Spider-Man and Thor are my favorite superheroes. In the Marvel universe.
I believe that.
They're my fucking brand.
I've heard some stuff about the way this open world is organized and what kind of, like, what it thinks is fun, the game. And, like, I have no interest in collecting, like, 450 fucking backpacks, you know, hidden across Manhattan. You know,
there's, like,
like
22 backpacks. Like, it's double digits.
They're not really that, like, hidden either. Like, we found them all.
Yeah,
It did not
they're
take
just
long.
around. Yeah.
Or stopping all the street crime in a district, or unlocking towers. Like that.
You unlock the towers to, like, it's just like unlocking, like, visual towers in, Assassin's Creed or whatever. It's just so you can
which
see
Assassin's
what's going
Creed
on.
learned is a bad idea and stopped doing. You know, like, that's why they gave Bayek a fucking eagle, you know, because they're like, gosh, this isn't the best. How about we just give Bayek an eagle, which, like, essentially accomplishes the same thing without making you scramble up towers all the time. Like, it's, like, they cut scrambling up towers out of, like, even, like Far Cry ditched it. And when there was a tower in Breath of the Wild, or when there were towers in Breath of the Wild, Nintendo understood that simply going to the top of a tower was not enough. Like, that in and of itself is not good game design. They had to make the act of, like, getting to the top of the tower, like, you know, interesting mobility puzzles, which is why, like, when you would get to, like, different towers, you're like, oh, okay, there are things around that are going to make getting to the top of this tower challenging. So, like, how am I going to get Link to the top of this tower? Like, so the actual act of getting to the top of the tower was rewarding in and of itself. Like, going to towers just to unlock stuff on a map, which in and of itself is like, get to the top of this tower and it'll tell you, like, where the other busy work is.
Well, when you get to the towers in, Spider-Man, it's not just you get to the top of the tower and then bam, everything's unlocked. You have to solve a kind of a hacking puzzle.
Yeah,
make
just a
the
straight up
tire
Bioshock
unlock.
hacking puzzle. Like, yeah, I saw some footage of some of this fucking hacking, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's neat that the hacking from Bioshock 10 years ago is in this game. And your big reward for doing the hacking is busy work. You know, some of these, like, side quests, which are, like, just these writ ad nauseum, infinitely repeatable, little tiny bullshits. I hear the mobility is fun. That's super good. I'm way into that. And for all I know, like, the main through line of the linear story is satisfying. And I guess the way I feel about that is, like, why not just make a linear game? Like, there's this need by major developers now to make everything open world when necessarily, like, it doesn't need to be. Like, if somebody just said to me, like, Brian, Spider-Man is a linear video game, you will sit down and you will get from one end of this game to the other end of this game, and you will be done. I would probably be a lot more interested in fucking with it, especially since I know that Insomniac is, like, capable of making a good linear game. You know, in addition to being responsible for the criminally underrated Sunset Overdrive, which is super good.
It's super good!
Yeah, those guys are also responsible for the Ratchet and Clank series, which features, like, a lot of, like, really tight, really solid linear level design. And if somebody said to me, like, hey, we built a Spider-Man game and, like, the progression in the game feels a lot like, say, progressing through a Ratchet and Clank game, I would be all over that shit, like a glass of milk on a paper plate in a snowstorm.
That doesn't sound appealing at all. Why would you put a glass of milk on a paper plate, and why would you want to enjoy it in a snowstorm?
I think it's more like a white on rice analogy, Tegan.
Right.
What?
Because, like, you know, you can't separate the white from rice.
Yeah, you
like,
can. You can have brown rice.
Well, I mean...
Brown rice just
okay.
has a shell on it. You literally can. Like, what? I don't understand.
So these guys have been doing good movement in video games for years. They've been doing, like, you know, satisfying tools, satisfying weapon use.
Excellent dialogue.
Like, so I have no doubt that they can execute on that level. Just, I have yet to hear the case made that makes me interested in wanting to engage with this as an open world. I don't want to take on another open world game because, like, open world games are very much like a salad bar approach to world building. Like, if we just add a lot, then you'll go online and tell your friends that there's a lot, and people's perception of quality translates to a lot equals good. I don't want to, like, feel like I've only experienced like a third or a 40% of some game because there's some number that shows me like, you've currently done 34% of the game, Brian. I'm like, really? Because it feels like I'm 70% of the way through the story. Like, well, it may feel like you're 70% of the way through the story, but have you solved all the street crime? Have you solved all the street crime, Brian? You just need to swing around until the street crime spawns. You know, I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I just don't. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying anything by any measure. I'm just saying that, like, I have no patience for that kind of open world game design right now.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I mean, overworld games can be really taxing.
Yeah, like...
but I also think that Spider-Man, as, like, a character, fits very well into an open world space. And what Insomniac has done with, populating this open world doesn't feel like a quantity over quality approach.
Okay, so... what about Spider-Man in particular makes you say he is more suited for an open world than, say, any other character?
That's not what I said. But what I'm saying... You
said he was that Spider-Man was suited for an open world.
No, I said that he fits well into an open world.
Okay, why?
Because Spider-Man lives and breathes in, like, New York City. And while, like, you can take a dip into, like, how big, like, New York City is, or arguably how small. Like, New York City is, like, it's an amalgam of a lot of really small interactions. Like, sure, it's the Big Apple. You can go to Broadway. You can go to Times Square. You could go to Harlem and, you know, Queens and Brooklyn, and you can kind of feel like you've been to New York City, but you're not really in New York City. You know what I mean? Like, you haven't, like, talked to the people. You haven't spent time in the space. And while there are, like, you know, it could be dismissed as a collectathon, and there are small, quote-unquote, busy work quests that they have you do, but, like, there is a lot of really good detail work that's done on these various pieces, and Spider-Man is, like, of the city. Like, a lot of people like Spider-Man because he seems like a guy in the city that happens to have superpowers. Like, you know, like, you have other characters like Thor or even like Iron Man that are, like, larger than life characters that are cool to, like, spend time with, but Spider-Man isn't quite a larger than life character. He's kind of just like a snarky dude with superpowers.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is.
And, like, fitting into, like, the world of New York City, like, Spider-Man in and of himself is not actually bigger than New York City. And so, like, taking the time to, like, fit him into that set piece, I think is a good way of expressing what that character means in this space.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like what I'm hearing is more an argument for New York as an environment for open world game than necessarily the argument of why Spider-Man is especially fit for an open world environment, because I think that what you're saying would be true of any character set in New York.
I don't think Iron Man would be, like, a good open world game focused on, like, interaction with people in the populace. I think that could ultimately be a bad video game. Arguably, other characters like Superman or even, like, Thor, where if they were focused on, like, character interaction, I don't think it would fit as well. Because, like, they're not dudes. They're larger than life characters. And, like, while, like, Spider-Man / Peter Parker is a fantastic character, I think his proximity to humanity, rather than, like, his distance from it, is what's better expressed in a game where you interact more with space than direct linear storyline.
So, I have an idea.
Okay.
How about a pulse-pounding, exciting game set in the vivid, rich tapestry that is New York, with Joey Tribbiani, the video game?
Who?
Well, Tegan, Joey Tribbiani is he's a struggling actor, best known for his role on Days of Our Lives as Dr. Drake Ramore. Sometimes has lived with Chandler Bing. And is friends with Monica and Rachel, who live across the hall. And, could be the centerpiece of our exciting open world New York adventure.
This is a reference to something, but I don't know what.
So, Tegan, what you're telling me is that you're so young that you can't recognize the characters from TV's Friends.
Ah, my sister watched that on Netflix! No, I've never seen Friends. I just know my sister binged it, in a month or two.
So
I've limited knowledge of the Friends verse, but when you mentioned Monica, I was like, that sounds like a thing! Wait!
Alright,
so yes.
wait, but Brian, why do you have a sudden interest in making a video game, an open world video game, based on the life of a secondary character from one of America's most beloved sitcoms?
Wait, are we calling Joey secondary?
Are we calling Friends beloved?
Oh yeah, I'm actually calling Joey secondary, personally, but that's fine. He can be a main
Shots
character.
fired. Please direct your hate mail to fucking Rocky.
Sure, let's go.
I'll take some too, because I still don't know what Friends really is, so.
Joey Tribbiani is a secondary character in the Friends universe. Prove me wrong.
Holy shit, man. I can't stop what people are going to say to you.
That's okay. I understand. I can take it. I was born on the internet, man. I understand. But tell me why you want to make this game.
Well, I mean, because I think that New York is a world that, lends itself to open world storytelling, lots of compartmentalized areas, which make up a much larger area to tell a wide variety of stories. There's a lot of possibility there. It's a really interesting possibility space. And what's good about Joey is that he's not bigger than New York,
Okay.
He fits within the space. So, I think when we tell a story about him and Ross getting a chicken, people are going to go, I know that city.
What?
I know that city.
I don't.
And when we unlock the Find Marcel the Monkey side quests, it's going to be incredible. Apparently, I haven't sold you guys.
No, not at all. I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's good.
Tegan likes Spider. You heard it here first, folks. Probably because there are not other podcasts with Tegan on it, but you heard it here first. Tegan likes Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Rocky, what the fuck are you doing with yourself?
I understand you don't like what Spider-Man's doing with open world, but I don't think that makes open world and Spider-Man a bad thing.
Man, I'm talking about Joey Tribbiani. You're over here bringing Spider-Man back up.
Sure, man.
What
if you
if
say
Joey
so.
Tribbiani is Spider-Man?
Actually, that would be kind of cool.
Can we win the hearts and minds of both groups?
Yo, that's actually crossover appeal, dude. We get Spider-Man fans, and we get Friends fans. Friends fans, they've been wanting something, What if, we just get an official update from Insomniac Games where, Peter Parker takes off the mask, but it's just Joey Tribbiani under it.
I'm here for this. I'm back in. I'm Spider-Man just swings in and he's like, how you doing? Just
What if he swings in and just the clapping happens? Can that be a suit power where
oh,
the
please.
theme song starts and all the bad guys who hear it have to do the clap? And then they get confused?
Oh my god. Yes. Yes. 1,000 times. Alright. How did we... Alright, let me go to change.org.
Oh, here we go.
Oh god, are we actually? Change.org to add a petition to add Joey as Spider-Man.
Start a petition. Add Joey Tribbiani to Insomniac's Spider-Man as DLC
Please. Pretty please.
protagonist. Continue.
And then we'll add Miles. Also. No, Miles is in the
Miles
next
is
game.
in the game.
Miles will be in the next game. Peter Parker
He's
and
apparently
Miles.
around in this game. He's
Yeah.
not Spider-Man yet, but, he's out there. He's in
Right.
the world.
There are so many radioactive spiders. Like, New York's gotta get shit together.
I mean, I think I deal with bed bugs before they deal with radioactive spiders. Just saying.
Okay. So our petition is addressed to Sony, Warner Brothers. We're probably also going to need Disney on board. Walt Disney Company. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, Sony, Warner, and Disney. We think that Spider-Man is a good videoed game for
Please
the
tell me you're not typing videoed game.
PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4.
I honestly don't know what I expected.
We like it.
Are we allowed to stop him? I mean, he's the
open
showrunner.
world.
I don't think we can stop him. I think we just have to watch on helplessly.
Okay.
We
That's
like
what I
its
thought.
open world stuff.
Stop.
And there are only 22 backpacks.
Jesus. They're gonna hate us.
Mary
It's
Jane
alright. That's what he wants.
is good, and Tegan can almost cosplay her right now.
Oh,
She
no.
only needs
I only need that scarf.
an orange scarf.
We could start a Kickstarter for the orange scarf.
Please.
Parentheses, if you can send the scarf, that would be great. We would like for you to add Joey Tribbiani to your video game because he is a cool dude. And it would be fun to find the monkey. Sincerely, and without irony, Impossible Coin.
Oh, Jesus.
Continue with your email. All right, I have to give them my email address now.
There's an official Impossible Coin email address.
Are we using the official Impossible? Please tell me you are.
Well, like, it belongs to Festival, so I guess he's the one out to keep up with it.
All right. We're almost there. This is almost a petition. I'll tell you what, making these change.org petitions sure is easy.
Jesus. What have we done?
We're going to be putting a link on our various social medias.
Alright, I'll do it. Do it right now.
Yeah.
I'll schedule it, but I'll do it.
The hottest content. You guys got to hear a change.org petition get made right here on this show.
That is the thing that happened.
Oh boy.
Do you guys like it? Do you like it?
It's great.
I'm glad you like it. So, Rocky, what's going on with you, man?
Well, I mean, I've been playing some video games.
That's cool.
Played some more Battleship Brigade. I, consistently hanging out in top 10 on the leaderboards, but some of these goons are fucking ridiculous, man. It's like some guys just sitting at the top of the survival boards, like 17k points, which means that they've successfully cooked through 27 rounds, I think, which adds up to more or less 40 dishes, and some of those are like really crazy. But it's cool. Like, I'm learning some strats, becoming a lot more comfortable, with my chef's knives. I actually think I might try to cosplay a brigadier this year. I think I'm going to go for it.
Oh, cool.
But I got a recommendation from a friend of the show, and they asked if I play Into the Breach, because it just recently came out on Switch. And so I said, yeah, sure, I'll play it. And I loaded it into my Switch. I started playing around 9 p.m., and then, like, I blinked, and then I lost my round, and then it was 2:30 a.m., so I don't know what happened. I don't know what that was. Into the Breach is it's a tactical war game where you are fighters from the future, from a destroyed future, trying to go back in time to save various timelines from a menace called the Vec, which have been crawling out of the core of the earth and, you know, wreaking havoc, destroying cities and whatnot. The game gives you, like, mission-based levels that are randomly generated, and you get various side quests in between them, like, you know, make sure these satellites launch properly, protect the Earth Mover, destroy a dam to, like, flood the land-based Vec. It's pretty cool. And there's a handful of different squads to play with. Every time you lose, you have to drop the 2 of the pilots you have, so you can, like, hold on to your precious pilots. You can even name them. And I think you can actually rename your squads, if I remember correctly. So, like, you can have, like, custom name mechs. So if you want to fight with a mech named Dick Butt and, like, destroy the Vec that way, you can. It's totally cool. And you get to so the game is, like, really customizable. There's a lot of strategic depth, and the game is actually pretty tough. And it's very easy to get lost in it, which is what happened to me on Thursday. So I've been having a lot of fun with that.
Do you have a mech named Dick Butt?
No, I do not, actually. I haven't named anything yet, and mostly because I'm just trying to get a feel of the game before I try to flex on it. Like, this game has definitely earned my respect. There are a couple characters, because they have, like, dialogue options and whatnot. Well, not options, but, like, more like the characters have, like, voice lines or lines that they say when, like, they kill Vec or certain things happen. And there's one guy that's kind of a dick, because, like, when you're on a stage, you're supposed to destroy, like, the monsters, the Vec, but also you're trying to protect cities, like, and so, like, every time, like, a Vec will destroy a city, it'll, like, tell you how many casualties there were. So it's just like, oh, sick, I messed up this turn and 100 people died. That's cool. But there's one pilot, and he's actually pretty good. Like, he has a special ability that makes it so he takes 1 less damage on every hit, so you can use him to tank a lot of, like, you know, trash damage. But, like, when a city gets destroyed, he always, like, blames them. Like, he's just like, it was their fault for staying here. Or, it's like, they remained in this place. Their deaths are their own. And it's just like, fuck, man. Like, Jesus. Like, there's giant, like, monsters running around. You can't blame him for that. What the fuck? But yeah, man, I don't know. The game's really cool. I'm having a really good time with it. And I am just about ready to start switching through, like, various squads. But the powers, like, it feels like the cost to entry is pretty high, especially when you start, like, playing around with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I don't know how the game works yet. So I feel like once I get a better handle on it, I will feel a little bit more free to, like, play around with things, because right now I'm just cautious about everything. I'm, like, triple checking all my moves and all sorts of shit, because I don't want these people to die. But I think that's, you know, part of the experience, I guess. It's pretty cool.
I need to get into that game.
Yeah, you do.
And, you know, the good thing is that since it's a digital release, UPS can't fucking lose it.
That is a very big plus, actually. I've also started watching OKKO, or it's actually full titles OKKO Let's Be Heroes, which is like a new animation project from Rebecca Sugar, and it's neat. It plays on a lot of, like, video game RPG tropes. There's actually one point where, like, they're supposed to fight, like, some monster or whatever, and he's just like, wait, let's do this the real old school way. And then he starts rolling, like, dice. Like, he's like, I'm gonna roll for initiative. And it's like, are you guys gonna bring out your dice? And then they just, like, kick his shit. It's like, no, dice are for nerds! And I'm like, fucking true. But, like, you know, I play D&D every week. Whatever.
But also,
It's
I'm
fun.
a nerd!
It's really fun. Like, they take a lot of, like, the intense stuff of, like, nerddom in terms of, like, games and, like, tabletops and stuff like that. And they just, like, goof around with it. Like, it's this huge, like, riff thing. It's very fun. Like, there's, like, heroes throughout the world, and they all have, like, power levels. And, like, there's this one kid who's just, like, a super fan about all sorts of shit. And he's just like, yeah, like this guy's level 14. He's exactly who I want to be when I grow up. And, like, I don't know. It's cool. I'm enjoying the show.
Well, that sounds promising.
Yeah.
Would we care to dig into the news?
Look into news.
I'm interested in that.
So, China wants to help save kids' eyes by cutting down on video games. That wouldn't have helped my blind ass, but whatever. So this week, Chinese President Xi Jinping, I can actually say that, haha, and the Ministry of Education announced that they'd be making it even harder for video games to get into the Chinese market. And the cause is the increase in Chinese children who need glasses. What? The ministry has since released a comprehensive plan to tackle childhood myopia. Most of the stuff it mentions is innocuously helpful, such as using PSAs and improving the education of optometrists, but in its call for action for the rest of the government, it slipped in a message to the State Press and Publication Administration to regulate the number of online games and control the number of new games available. So what's this mean for Chinese gamers? The ministry's press release was rather vague, and failed to specify what exactly game publishers will have to do to get their game approved now, if anything. I know, Roman, it's kind of ridiculous. But if we take them at their word, it could mean even more problems for video game approval in the country, such as those caused by the government restructure earlier this month. There is something in the idea that games are bad for our eyes. The American Optometric Association, the American Optometric Association calls eye strain caused by devices computer vision syndrome, and it can exacerbate existing eye problems even in adults. Studies suggest that in children, 7 more hours of screen time per week can triple their risk of nearsightedness. Thus far, the company taking the biggest hit is Chinese juggernaut Tencent. As you might expect, its shares took a nosedive after this announcement, and it's not as though the company's gaming business was having the best year before that point. According to the New York Times, Konami, Bandai Namco, and Capcom also took a hit. But yeah, my eyesight sucks, and my mom limited me to 2 hours of video gaming a night over summer vacation exclusively, and no screen time during the weekdays any other time of the year, like during the school year. So like, and I'm fucking blind. I mean, I'm not really blind because I can see, but I have very strong corrective lenses. So, I don't think this is gonna help entirely.
Well, I mean, I don't think this is designed to help, actually. Like, I'm very convinced that this is like another step in the state of China's, like, ongoing conflict with Tencent. Because, like, I know they've been coming for games lately, which is why we get to talk about it, but Tencent is, like, a international, like, juggernaut. Them and, like, Alibaba are both really big companies with not only money, but also clout.
Money.
But that's not great for the government that wants to, like, basically control, like, the country. And because they can't make, or rather, they're trying to prove that they can make Tencent and to a lesser extent Alibaba like bend to their rules, and so they're like regulating around them.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what the long game is with this, because when we reported on Chinese video game approvals a couple weeks ago, it was just the game approvals had stopped altogether, and they hadn't signaled why.
Well, no, I mean, they signaled that they were, like, restructuring, and, like, the restructuring was taking priority over new approvals.
Yeah. So it sounds like we have what they're claiming is their motivation at this point. I'm not sure how on the up and up this is, and like how genuine they're being. It almost feels like this is an effort to directly apply pressure to one or more of these companies, and get them to play ball in some way or to get access to their capital. Like, I'm not a big fan of the Chinese government, and I think that there's probably something going on here which is not trying to get the kids to eat their vitamins. This is probably about exercising undue oversight over somebody. So we shall see. I will pay attention to this and see how it develops. What the shit else is going on?
So you guys know Dr. Disrespect. You know, he plays a lot of PUBG.
He's that dickbag who pretends to be a time traveler.
He also does that. That is true. Well, he was streaming on Tuesday. Guy, Dr. Disrespect Beam, suddenly walked off camera for a minute, and when he came back, he told viewers he was ending his stream for the day because someone had just shot at his house.
What?
The popular streamer, known for playing and sometimes overplaying the character of a hyper-competitive, semi-toxic gamer, returned without his wig and sunglasses, and he appeared shaken. I gotta add in the broadcast right now, he said. Somebody shot at our house. Broke the fucking upstairs window. This is the second shot. Somebody shot yesterday. Someone shot yesterday at our fucking house, and someone shot again right now. It's connected with the house upstairs, right? You're driving by, right? You pussy? I gotta stop the stream. He ended the stream immediately afterwards. Kodaku reached out to police in Beam's district, who confirmed that they have a deputy on the scene and are investigating. No medics were needed, they said, and Kotaku also reached out to Beam, but at the time of publishing the story on Tuesday, they hadn't replied. Later that day, they confirmed, or Dr. Disrespect confirmed that Doc and the family are safe and proper measures have been taken while the stream is down for the day. On Wednesday, police told the San Diego Union Tribune that the shots likely came from a BB gun, and they have not yet identified a suspect. Beam wrote on Twitter that he plans to return to his streaming schedule the following day. So yeah, someone's terrorizing Dr. Disrespect. There's also been a little bit of talk from other streamers, concerned about their safety because of, how visible they are ultimately. Because I mean, if you can be swatted, that means people can find your address, and they could possibly do things like this.
God, I'm trying to remember who it was who got home invaded. I think it was what, last year?
Pretty sure it was last year. That's when it got big.
There was that Dota streamer who got robbed at gunpoint while he was streaming. And God, who was it? Damn it, was it? Oh, okay, all right, yeah. It was Meg Turney. Meg Turney
got robbed at gunpoint on stream?
No, it was a home invasion. And this guy broke into her and Gavin Free's home in Austin and broke into their house to kill them. And they hid in the closet. Let's see here, before that guy broke into the house, he had been leaving messages on Gavin and Meg's phones saying things like, "I want Gavin to die alone with no children."
That's fucking creepy as hell.
And then
what the fuck?
Yeah, and then he broke into their house to kill them. And the only reason they lived was that he could not find them. Because he was in the house, all decked out. And I mean, this shit is happening with increased frequency,
Do they have a secret room they stream in?
No, they were fucking in a closet. They were like behind some stuff in a closet. So it's not like they had a panic room or anything. They just got lucky. Yeah.
Ooh.
So, guys, this shouldn't be hard.
Don't
Rocky.
be an asshole.
Rocky, ask me what I think of Dr. Disrespect.
I already know you don't like Dr. Disrespect, but how do you feel about Dr. Disrespect?
I think he's a dick bag. Now, Rocky, what do I think is the appropriate reaction to thinking someone is a dick bag?
I don't know, yelling about them on the internet?
I don't know. He ain't my biscuits. I'm going to leave him alone. See how easy that was, internet? Now, let's say, hypothetically, he was in my biscuits. I would say to him, please, sir, don't be in my biscuits. I wouldn't fucking go to his house with a weapon. Like, come on, people. This isn't fucking difficult. God.
It's actually less work than what you're actually doing.
Yeah, like, that's a good point. Like, world, I know that you like to be lazy and stupid. If you want to continue with behavior that supports and facilitates being lazy and stupid, just don't go to their houses. Just don't go. Fucking jerk it instead.
I feel like that's not quite the moral of the story.
No, Rocky, that is exactly the moral of the story. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you want to do, jerk it instead. Isn't that right, Tegan?
Don't hurt other people.
Yes.
Don't jerk other people either.
Now, look.
Only jerk yourself unless you have express permission of a positive, enthusiastic yes from another party.
I accept that.
Don't force other people to jerk you either, because that's creepy. And if at any point in time the other person changes their mind, that's fucking valid, and you let them stop! Ugh. Is that right? Is that how I do that?
You know what? That works, I guess. As far as any of this is gonna work.
Please don't be creepy!
Exactly.
It's okay. You know what? It's fine. It's alright. Guys, I swear. It's okay that this story ended the way that it did, because it is time. Tegan, what time is it?
It is time to talk about the Nintendo Direct!
Okay. Tegan, let's go.
So, Brian...
time. Let's do it.
Originally, Brian said this in our chat, and I put it in the chat or in the show doc, because I thought it was such a good quote. It's such a Brian quote. Brian said, Nintendo seems to think that E3 is in September.
Oh, man.
I'm not wrong.
That's the most Brian thing
I'm not
we could
wrong.
ever hear about this Direct. It's great.
Like, it also, doesn't matter, Brian. Like, the whole point of the Directs is that, Nintendo talks about the news whenever they want to.
Yeah, they're fun. All of the Directs are fun. At least I have fun. I have fun at the Nintendo Directs. You don't have to have fun. You're a grumpy old man.
Oh, we're back there again.
We're back there again. You're gonna be a grumpy old man about it, so whatever. Nintendo, my brands are not my friend, and Nintendo is my friend, fucking kicked off the Direct with the announcement that Luigi's Mansion 3 is gonna be on the Switch in 2019, and I bet they're gonna put it out for Halloween! I'm so excited! I'm excited! They will, discuss it more in the future. Ooh, mystery. And then they went into talking about some 3DS titles. Kirby's Extra Epic Yard is coming in 2019 to the 3DS. They're porting all of the stages from the Wii version, and they've added some additional things, like if you pick up items, you can craft bigger balls of yarn, or you can conjure wind to help you collect some of the beads, And they've added Devilish Mode, which challenges players to outrun a little demon, and some new mini-games that let you play as characters such as King Dedede and Meta Knight. Ha! I'm excited.
That was cool.
Yeah! And then, they announced Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story, plus Bowser Jr.'s Story, which will come out on the 11th of January next year. It's a re-release of Bowser's Inside Story with the addition of Bowser Jr.'s Story, where Jr. tries to lead an army to find a cure for the Blurp himself. So it's got new, army battle tactics. It'll be neat. And then they told us that Luigi's Mansion is officially coming out October 12th, just in time for Halloween. And now you can play with 2 players. So if you both have the game, you can play the whole thing together, but one of you will control regular Luigi, and the other one will control a 100% green clone of Luigi. And if only one of you has the game, you can use the download local battle mode. Well, the download mode. And, then you can do boss battles together via local play. It's also going to be compatible with 4 specific amiibo, which will each have a different effect when you talk to Toad.
That's actually pretty cool. I didn't think they were really going to do it.
Me either. I'm excited though. I'm ready. I had that thing pre-ordered forever, so. And then they announced Yokai Watch Blasters, which is available now. You can team up with your friends and play in the most action-packed battles in the series to date. You start off with either the Red Cat Corps or the White Dog Squad. And then there will be free DLC, which will come out on the 27th of this month. That'll allow you to play as the Moon Rabbits. Plus, there's going to be additional bonuses for linking the cat and dog save data, like new missions, new yokai to befriend, and new baddies to battle. And then they went to Switch games!
There's a lot of Switch games.
There's a lot of Switch games! So, the first thing they announced was new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which is going to be coming to Switch, along with the new Super Luigi U, which will also be coming free of charge. Nice! They announced Katamari Damacy is getting a Switch remaster called Katamari Damacy Rerolled. And I'm really excited that I'm finally gonna get to play a Katamari game where the sound doesn't cut out partway through the levels.
Wait, hold on. Why was that happening before?
I don't know, but that happened in my version. I rented a version from Blockbuster. Yeah. And halfway through the level, the sound would cut out. Not all the sound, just the music track. So it'd be
That's the only part that matters.
Yeah,
Damn
so it'd be like, ba, ba-da, 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 and then it'd be dead silent, and you'd just be rolling this ball and hearing the sound of stuff getting attached to it, and let me tell you, it was very much like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Dang, that sounds
the game makes total sense, but only with the music track.
Yeah.
And then they announced City Skylines, which is available on Switch now. They, said Civilization 6 is coming to Switch. The world of Final Fantasy is gonna be on Switch, along with Final Fantasy, 12, the Zodiac Age, 7, 9, 10, and 10-2 remastered.
Right.
So I'm gonna get to play all the Final Fantasy games.
Well, except for Final Fantasy VIII, but you know what? Final Fantasy VIII.
I heard that's a
really
bad
age
one.
that well.
So.
Well, its story's really cool. Some of its characters are alright, but the battle system, which is centered around the draw mechanic, is it hasn't aged well.
Gotcha. Fair enough. And then they announced some other updates, including that Isabella's gonna be in Smash Brothers Ultimate! She worked so hard! I'm still proud of her! And then they showed Tom Nook, and he was like, well, I guess I gotta make sure that everybody has a nice little home to come back to, so it's back to work for me! And then they were like, Animal Crossing 2019! I'm gonna cry! I'm gonna cry! We did it! We're living in this world where they understand! Thank you! All the cats are looking at me like I'm crazy. But we did it, boys! We're gonna get to play Animal Crossing again! It's gonna be so good! I I can't wait. Tom Nook's such a good man. I love it. Anyway, and then they announced, Splatoon version 4.0 is out, and there's tons of changes, including changes to, Splatfest and stuff, which we don't really have time to go into right now. And there's gonna be, updates for Mario Test Aces, and then there's a bunch of Capcom beat-em-ups that are gonna be on.
Oh, no. Pump the damn brakes.
What?
No.
What?
Alright.
I got excited about Animal Crossing. I'm trying to calm down.
I don't think that we can, spend the fucking time to go into the variety and color of multiple player Luigi's.
Yeah,
in
we
some
can.
3DS-ass port of, Luigi's Mansion and not call attention to the fact that your boy, Brian, way ahead of the fucking curve, being like, you know what's great? Capcom beat-em-ups. Capcom beat-em-ups are great. On this show, I think, at this point, about 6 months ago, I was like, man, you know what is fucking great? Capcom beat-em-ups. Those things are fucking fantastic.
You know what would be great? If they put Capcom beat-em-ups on the Switch. And you know what, Brian? They heard you and they're fucking doing it. They're doing it! Capcom beat-em-ups on the Switch!
Happening.
I think, having...
because Nintendo loves Brian and wants Brian to love it back.
Brands are not your friends.
Nintendo my friend! They give me Animal Crossing!
No, Nintendo is a company selling you a product. That is what it is.
Sell
It's a
me my
transactional
product, Nintendo!
relationship.
Let me give you my money.
But I am way stoked for this beat 'em up bundle. I think that porting the arcade versions of the ones that were originally arcade games and allowing for online multiplayer. Also, there's tons of shit in here like concept art and original design documents. I think it's sick how much stuff is going into this package. And then I was really surprised when I saw what they're charging for this, because it's almost like they think people don't give a shit. This bundle is $20.
Yeah.
There's just no fucking excuse. There are 7 beat 'em ups in here, and of the 7 beat 'em ups which are going in here, at least 4 out of those 7 easily belong in a list of top 10 beat 'em ups of all time. Easily. Final Fight, Knights the Round, King of Dragons, and Metal Warriors are all easily top 10 beat 'em ups of all time. So it's holy fucking shit. And the other ones in there are no slouch either. It's just wow, this is super wild style. And and when you add all the design documents and concept art and stuff and have online play and both the US and Japanese versions of all these games for $20, that is sick fucking value. Sick fucking value. I don't know if you guys are going to get down on this, but I strongly recommend you get down on this. Man. Super good. It's really cool that Nintendo finally had their E3 presentation.
Okay, and then they told us they're putting board games on the Switch. Not just board games. They're putting the Lord of the Rings living card game, that's a word I can't read. Pandemic. They're doing a game by Munchkin. They're gonna put Catan on the Switch. Dude.
Oh yeah, there's a new Mario Party. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, Mario Party's still coming out.
Yeah. Also, I think the game you're looking at is Carcassonne.
Yeah, Carcassonne. Yep. I was gonna not try to say that, cause that's not how I was gonna say it. But in Mario Party, in the new Mario Party game, they announced that there's a single player mode, and there's character-specific die, so, yeah.
And there's online multiplayer.
Yeah.
And, online tournaments.
I'm excited.
Man.
I'm,
fuck
actually
that.
excited for Mario Party now. I've never been excited for Mario Party.
Continue to be not excited for Mario Party.
Too late. I'm already excited. It already happened.
It's true. It's happening right now.
And then,
Tegan.
in addition to all of the Final Fantasy stuff, they're including Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, everybody, and then they're also gonna add Warframe on. And, they showed us some of Diablo 3, and, yeah. Good job, Nintendo. Good direct. I'm happy. I'm so happy. Nintendo loves me. Brian, Nintendo's my friend!
I'm not going to say it again.
Reggie feels that my saw are summoning circles for Animal Crossing. And they put Isabel in the big painting, and they put her behind Cloud and near Little Mac, and it looks like they're protecting her. What a what a pure little bean. I'm so happy for her. She worked so hard. She deserves a vacation in Smash.
Wait, actually, I have one question.
Yeah.
So in New Super Mario Bros. U, right? That's what it is?
Mm-hmm.
New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Yes.
Deluxe, right. So Toadette's a playable character, and like she has a unique power-up, a crown. When she puts it on, she becomes Peachette.
Yes.
What's a Peachette? And
there are the internet is already swarming with theories. My favorite is that once every 1,000 years, a monarch is born in the form of a female toad, and once she is crowned, she becomes the Princess Toadstool.
that sounds like something else I might have read, where they think that Toadette was like actually the former monarch, and she like removed her crown to like live a simpler life as a toad.
Yeah,
And
I've heard that too. It's great.
Also, for some reason, it came up in Super Mario Odyssey. I don't know if anyone was really paying attention, but the Mushroom Kingdom doesn't know what hats are for some reason. Like they don't recognize them. It didn't make sense to them, and that's why a lot of the Cappy nonsense was able to happen. And so, like, if Peach's crown is actually just like a power up that turns her into that, and if she was ever separated with her crown, would she turn back into a toad?
Ooh.
Are really interesting questions that I want the answers to.
Ooh.
Also, there's a Ganon skin in Diablo, where you can just straight up play as Ganon, and I think that's kind of dope.
I'm excited.
So, I think people should settle down with this fucking Peachette business.
No.
Why?
Let people have fun, Brian. They want to have theories about Peachette, let them.
Without any warning, I'm just going to offer you a link to a Polygon article that happened after the Direct. Come the fuck on, Peachette.
Oh yeah, with the legend thing? Yeah.
The answer with Nintendo is often so much more mundane than what people are willing to accept, which is that, like, when they created the character of Toadette, they gave her some pigtails that are made out of mushroom cap.
Mm-hmm.
And when Toadette, who is the thing, gets this crown, she turns into Peach, but with pigtails. And so somebody somewhere in Nintendo was like, well, you know, instead of being a toad with pigtails, now it's Peach with pigtails. So what do we call, like, how do we communicate with language? Like, this character, but with pigtails. I guess the answer is putting "et" at the end of their name.
I can't wait to see the game theory video on this. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait to not watch that. You see, and I already get to do that. Like, I'm enjoying that possibility space right now.
I'm happy for you, Brian.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rocky. I wonder if there's already change.org petitions about Toadette. Let's find
maybe.
out. Change.org is the deviant art of petitions.
No, it's not. It's not that bad, dude. Like, it just isn't.
People who are addressing your petitions to Satoru Iwata, I have some bad news.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Oh, stop Nintendo closing Miitomo. I've got some bad news, my dude. Man.
We spent enough money in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp that they made an Animal Crossing game. I'm so happy.
That's actually probably what happened.
So happy. I can't wait to play Animal Crossing and give Tom Nook my wheels! I'm so excited, you don't understand. As soon as they announce that date, I'm calling off work for that entire week.
Oh, true. That's a vibe.
I'm gonna spend the whole week just Animal Crossing it up.
I kind of want to, like, just troll Rossetti again. I miss that.
Is Rossetti gonna be in the game? Oh my
hope
god.
he is.
I hope
we
so,
don't
too!
know that. But,
And his brother!
That's right,
And his
brother! Isn't he, like, more chilled out? Does he, like, apologize for Rossetti sometimes?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, man. That world is so much fun. It's a good time.
It is.
Get the Rossetti Center in New Leaf.
Yeah! And they, like, hang out.
It's just a random event when the manhole is open, right? Like, I don't think you could do anything to trigger the manhole being open for you to go down in there. It's entirely random.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Did you get a chance to go down there? Have you been in the surveillance center?
Yeah! I have.
It's a good time. Man. Well, yeah. So, I'm surprised. You know, like, I had no idea it was still June. But yeah. So, way to kill it and close E3, guys.
I'm excited. I don't care. I think, going into the time where everything is dying, I think it's a good spot for these games. They're fun.
Yeah, I think it leads a little better into the holiday season.
Now that they've gotten their E3 broadcast out of the way, they can probably do something like a Smash focus direct where they spend like 19 years talking about, you know, the differences between like animations and voice deliveries for characters and shit like that. Because like now that they've gotten like a general interest direct over, you know, they could benefit from doing something which is a little bit more focused on Smash. Because that would be like the sensible order for those things to happen in. So I'm glad that's what's going to happen.
I just want to whack him. I just want to whack Brian upside the head.
No, it's okay. No, Brian's right. The directs were done in the wrong order. And so, like, you know, Nintendo's not going to survive the winter. We're never going to get video games again. And that's just it. Like, it's over. Rip Nintendo.
I did not say that, Rocky.
I know. I said it.
So what we need to do is gather acorns so that way Nintendo can survive the winter. You know?
Nintendo's going to do fine in the winter.
So what you're saying is Nintendo already has acorns?
Yeah! They got lots of them! I'm excited. I'm ready.
That's why they were keeping Animal Crossing a secret for so long.
I know!
They were busy gathering acorns.
I can't wait! We're gonna get that! We're gonna get that after Smash! So it's not gonna be December. I'm thinking like spring release or like late Q3. So like end of February, beginning of March maybe.
How do you go from like February, March, or late Q3?
Because Animal Crossing
Is
probably
that
won't release in the summer.
Yeah, Animal Crossing is not really a summer game.
Like, you need to have time to sit around and do nothing. So it'd be good to have it released sometime around spring break.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, fall when people are spending more time indoors.
Let's see here. It looks like historically Animal Crossing has generally come out in November.
Mm-hmm.
Animal Crossing New Leaf was November 8th, 2012. Wild World was November 23rd, 2005. City Folk was November 16th, 2008.
That'd be even better, because then it could be a birthday present for me.
Yeah.
Nintendo really does love me, Brian.
And maybe a Christmas gift for everyone else. God damn it.
But a birthday gift for me.
So it looks like the last time they broke that cycle was the very first game in the series, which came out April 14th, 2001.
Which was the day before my brother's birthday.
Yeah, I'm going to say that, like, unless they change things up in a big way, that we're looking at November.
Birthday. I'm so excited.
All right. Well, I'm glad everyone is super excited. Would you guys like to discuss what's happening on Steam right now?
What's happening on Steam right now, Brian?
Well, 123 games came out yesterday.
Ooh.
Yep.
Well, you gotta remember that, like, Steam is now about a third titty games now, so.
There are a lot of titty games on Steam, and the number is rising rapidly. Mm-hmm. So far, only 3 games have come out today.
Huh. Okay.
Yep.
No, we're actually really early, so there's that.
So first up is Space Cowboy.
Mm-hmm. See you in space, cowboy.
Calling Space Cowboy. Defeat waves of alien hordes invading Earth space. Stop them reaching Earth and be hailed as the savior of... Earth! Space Cowboy is $2.99. It uses default assets from the Unity store. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a top-down shooter, and it looks like trash.
See you, Space Cowboy.
Yep. I'll be hailed as the savior of ... Next up is Thick Light 2. We covered Thick Light 1 on this segment. Thick Light 2. This is the second part of the exciting casual game, in which you have to overcome several labyrinths and escape from the guards. Can you get out of the labyrinths and deceive the guard?
What? We went from having multiple guards to only having one?
We
well,
did.
Technically, you can use the word guard to refer to the organization.
Okay.
Right. Looks pretty much like Thick Light 1. Rocking it at 59 cents. I don't know what's up with this dude because it's not asking for any undue graphics card, so I don't think he's just hijacking your processor. So I don't know what this guy's about. So
well, I think he wants to make a game. He's not good at it. And he released a sequel instead of submitting a patch because the first game didn't have that big of a following.
And lastly, Escape the Labyrinth at $9.99.
That's a lot of money.
I know, right? I mean, it's obviously so much more than my $120 copy of fucking SNK Heroines, which has been lost to time. But description for Escape the Labyrinth. You are cold and alone, shrouded by darkness. Using your wits and hidden items, you must fight for your survival and escape a seemingly endless ... So this is this procedurally generated? In this game, you're the player are lost in a randomly generated labyrinth. You must navigate your way through the labyrinth to find chests which contain parts of a sword. Be aware you're not alone. You're at someone else's house or something. A beast of untold horror will pursue you and try to stop you from leaving the labyrinth, so you must be quick. But be aware, many traps are hidden. So make sure you keep your torch lit, otherwise the darkness can claim you.
The darkness can claim you!
The darkness can claim you. Joey Tribbiani's darkness. So make sure you keep your torch lit, otherwise the darkness can claim you. Use whatever you can to make sure you can find your way back out to the light. All the odds are against you. Can you escape the labyrinth? Well, guys, I think that's everything that came out on Steam. I know usually we have more and funnier games, but what are you gonna do? We did have somebody reach out to us this week on Facebook. It didn't really feel like a full-fledged letter, but they were more wanted to check in regarding our music. I think that what they were kind of telling us is that they think our news music is bad. Because they asked, can Big Sach create a video game-themed news song for your transition? Maybe? I don't know. You know, we would have to, look into that. I know that one of the things that, has like vexed me for a while is the news music, because it doesn't really fit with the vibe of the rest of the show. But it's always been like living near the bottom of my list of priorities, both as it relates to this show and in general. It's like the news music is like, oh, I guess at some point I could get to sorting that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the news music will ultimately be replaced. I don't know if it'll necessarily be Sach. Obviously, we like Big Sach. He's a cool dude, and we want to continue to like work with him in whatever capacity whenever it's available. But we also want to work with other musicians and friends in order to create opportunities to promote those partners as well, and find cool new music that we vibe off of. And hopefully those musicians don't necessarily turn into milkshake ducks like Doja Cat. Oh, Rocky, we didn't even talk about that.
Doja Cat?
Doja Cat turned into a milkshake duck.
What's a Doja Cat? What is a Doja Cat? Oh, that thing. Okay. That was rude. I'm sorry. That's that artist we listened to the other week that I was very confused about. What do you mean a milkshake duck?
Have you not heard the phrase milkshake duck?
No, what's a... Let me... Hang on. Milkshake duck. An internet meme that describes a phenomena that are initially perceived as positive only to soon after be revealed as deeply flawed. Ooh, what happened?
So, a bunch of her old tweets, she got roasted and did not appropriately contrite regarding the content of her old tweets. A lot of F-bombs in them. Not the word fuck, but the slur for gay folks.
Oh.
And she's like, of course, I said that a lot. I was in high school, whatever. I've said that word probably 10,000 times in my life, whatever. And so it's like, we regret to inform you, she is a milkshake duck. But, all right, that was kind of a weird aside for the end of the show.
Sorry, I was confused.
No worries.
I did confuse.
I think that's a show.
That seems like a show.
Rocky, do you want to tell folks how they can engage with our content?
Sure. So guys, if you like our content, or if you don't, we really appreciate your feedback. You can hit us on the Facebook, the Twitter, or the Tumblr, much like Oscar did earlier today. Or if you really want to tell us how you really feel, please leave us a review on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. And if you leave a review on iTunes, Brian will send you a special, one-of-a-kind bumper sticker representing a biscuit.
What?
Oh yeah, Tegan, you weren't here for that. Brian, you want to tell them about the bumper sticker?
Right, so the idea is that the logistics of mailing a biscuit are just not there. And so what I will inevitably need to do is, I think, create something that can go out to folks who leave those iTunes reviews, and then let us know and give us contact info. And so what it will be is it will be an Impossible Coin biscuit-themed bumper sticker that will not be made available for sale anywhere. So that way, the only way to get said biscuit-themed sticker is to
leave a review. I see.
Leave a review and then holler at your boy.
I see. Aha! That's smart. Because I was wondering how you were going to get a fluffy, fresh-made Southern biscuit through the mail.
Right. Yep. And the answer is that technology does not yet exist, Tegan.
Dang it.
Yeah, I agree. I could eat a fucking biscuit right now.
I have a question. If we ever end up at some sort of, like, convention or something, should we bring live biscuits with us? Like, fresh, good biscuits?
I think that if we achieve the kind of traction where the three of us are at a convention doing an appearance, I think biscuits are likely, because I think they are canonically part of the gimmick of this show.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to make a lot of biscuits.
I think that there's other things that, like, we might want to bring that would also be like difficult logistically, including one or more cats. That also seems to be challenging. Also, I don't know what festival's schedule looks like. We probably want to plan around tournament season.
Oh my god, no.
You know.
Festival doesn't need to come. We can take our own pictures for our fake Instagram. I have my own actual Instagram now. I've gone rogue. So, ha!
Rocky, continue.
There's music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It is produced by Big Soch. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/Big Soch NJ, or you can follow him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. So once again, you can find us on the Facebook, the Twitter, and the Tumblr, all Impossible Coin. Occasionally we stream. I usually do Mondays for Monster Hunter Mondays, and Brian tends to do Fridays. He's coming for Mondays. We'll do a whole thing. We'll let you guys know when it's happening. But that's it. That's the whole thing.
All right, y'all. Have a good week. Peace.
Bye!
Later.
It's official. You suck.
We could do that.